Dodgers cannot afford to take somebody whose ERA is less than 1 out of their rotation. The night he said he should stop pitching because it's affecting his hitting, he hits a home run and then throws 7 shutout.
He's the best baseball player I've ever seen, and I said that. But there's really nobody that you can compare Ohtani to.
ワールドシリーズ連覇、3年連続、通算4度目の MVP、打者としてもはや手にしていない栄誉の方が少ない大谷翔平選手。そんな彼がただ一つだけまだ手にしていない主要なタイトルがあります。投手にとって最高の栄誉、サイ・ヤング賞です。2025年二刀流に完全復帰した大谷選手はこの賞に挑みました。しかし規定投球回には届かず、賞はパイレーツのポール・スキーンズ選手の手に渡りました。唯一埋まらないピース、それがサイ・ヤング賞だったのです。ところが2026年リハビリの必要がない万全のオフを過ごした大谷選手はまるで人が変わったかのような投球を見せ始めます。防御率はなんと0点台、メジャーリーグ全体で堂々のトップ、100マイルを超える速球、切れ味鋭いスイーパー、そして誰も打てないスプリット。現地ではこんな声が上がり始めていました。今年こそ大谷がサイ・ヤング賞を得るかもしれないと。しかしその道は決して平坦ではありません。二刀流ゆえに投球イニングが足りないのではないか、そもそも投げることが打撃に悪影響を与えているのではないか、さまざまな懸念の声も確かに渦巻いていました。それでもこれほどの投球を見せられれば期待せずにはいられません。果たして史上最高の二刀流は最後の勲章に手を伸ばすことができるのでしょうか。打撃か投球か、その二者択一すら超えていく大谷選手の姿を現地の専門家たちが語り尽くします。最後には伝説の投手が下した最大級の評価をお届けします。まずは彼が今シーズン見せている異次元の数字の話からです。ではご覧ください。
How many innings do you think the Dodgers would want Ohtani to pitch in the regular season, Tom?
I'm guessing somewhere around 140, but I wouldn't rule out Ohtani, who wants to win a Cy Young, going 162.
That sounds aggressive. Now his
140? He's going to make 22 or 23 starts. Yeah, pitch every 7th day.
You don't think they throttle him back, or like around the All-Star game, you have him miss one here, there, and like just a bunch of spots?
It all depends on health and how he's feeling. But I can tell you this, and you know this, when pitchers have a quote-unquote normal offseason, they're not rehabbing anything. It's the first time for Shohei in a couple of years where he came into spring training without having to go through some rehab.
Yeah.
That's when you're going to see him at his best. And I saw him this spring training, and it's like, this is the pitcher back when he was fully healthy with the Angels. And the use of the splitter, which I think is his best pitch. He really wasn't throwing it much last year. If you look in the regular season last year, only about 5%. Well, it went up in the postseason, and look how much it's gone up. But really, look at the pitch velocity of that pitch, where he is deadening the baseball much better now. So, listen, this guy is constantly a work of art. He's always working on his craft of pitching. And he's done something here with the shape of his splitter to me. And again, going back when he was fully healthy, I think it's his best pitch. If he's going to throw that now 15% of the time instead of 5% of the time, yeah, he's going to be in the Cy Young mix.
So Shohei Ohtani has done it all, right? I mean, World Series champion, 4-time MVP. But what he hasn't done is won a Cy Young.
I think he's going to be subconsciously trying to gun for that Cy Young. And what I mean by that is he's going to be conservative with his energies, especially on the days that he has to do both. You're not going to see him run the bases more as aggressively, trying to steal a base. You're not going to see those triples as much. He's going to save his legs so he can repeat his delivery and keep velo and command. I think that's very important for him. Hasn't started the season on the mound since 2023, so this is a sight for sore eyes, being able to start on the mound and get off to a good start. Let's watch the tape here because I got to show you some of this stuff that he possesses. And you guys watch baseball a lot. But the bottom line is, when he's in tune with his mechanics and has the fluidity of it, that fastball will play. 97 right there, anywhere from 96 to 100 miles an hour. That's all the closer has. The curveball, you know, that's my favorite. That's the whooper duper right there. Look at the velocity change at 76 miles an hour. Now you feel like you have a gauge on that, 87 miles an hour with the sweeper. That's just as hard as my fastball. And we didn't even get the tape of the split finger. So that's a lot that he throws at a lot of hitters, and being able to be in the strike zone consistently will be key. Now, if he starts 25 starts, maybe he can accumulate enough starts. I love how you smile.
So, yeah, you're saying he's going to get a Cy Young?
I think he's going to be able to stay healthy. He will get a Cy Young, and they're going to push for it to the Dodgers.
30 starts. How many starts you have your best stuff?
Well, I think it goes about like this. The saying's normally about 5 starts. You go out there and it's all together. You don't really think and you dominate. About 5, you don't have it. And they're supposed to be clunkers. Last night was kind of one of those things. Mm-hmm. The other 20 of your starts, you figure it out and they make or break you. You're going to go to the tape and we'll start it. Just Shohei's the best we've ever seen. But how do you manage your bad nights? In a bad night,
you hit a bomb.
That's exactly right.
But we're not 12 anymore.
Bruce Bochy used to always say, can't you throw a shutout and hit a homer, Pete? To watch him start the game, but just watch the pitch execution. This is 3-2 to both guys. So long at bats, but he does not give in, and he's on point. Gavin Sheets is hotter than anybody, blows him away. 3-1 again, behind the count, staying with the fastball, and look at the swings. 2-1. That's a hitter's count.
He paints that heater away. He's got the sweeper moving to the left against the righties, and then that nasty split against the lefties.
Using the ballpark, there's a four-seamer again. It's on the black. There's a sinker. 3-2. Wants that one back. Freddie Fermin would like to swing at it. Take a better swing at that. Now watch this. Stop the tape real fast right here. This is where it starts to get interesting.
Yeah.
It's the 4th inning. He's starting to get up in 70-ish pitch range. You can start it right here. Hell of a play by Freddie Freeman. But just watch him mitigate this trouble right here. 2-1. Man, that's where the game could have got away right there. Manny wants that pitch back. But he gets out of the 4th. And now to the 5th. You're in big trouble right here.
Yeah.
I'm talking about big trouble. Bryce Johnson just does enough coming in the game for Merrill to get on. It's a great piece of 2-strike hitting by Nick Castellanos. 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and you've got a 3-run lead. Look at that. We're gonna watch this again, right?
Check it back. I didn't say throw to second. How many guys would have checked him back and thrown a second instead of take the out at first?
This gets him out of it right here. Back that tape up and back that tape up to where he makes the play. It's 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and you've got a 3-run lead. Watch that. I think after the mound visit right there.
Yeah.
Mound visit went something like this. Look, he's going to be aggressive. Let's make a pitch right off the corner of the plate. See if we can get him to chase our pitch, and that's exactly what happened. You see,
kind of hasn't changed. Yeah, the sweeper's become more of a weapon for him, but he's not too different. I think the thing he can overpower you from what I'm watching. He can overpower you with a 4-seam heater, like straight heater. I know we threw the sinker in there too, but the different variations of that, it's almost like a cutter, it's a slider, it's a sweep. He's got like 3 variations of his breaking ball that make it tough.
That's right.
For the right-hander.
不調な夜でも崩れずに切り抜ける。カウントを悪くしても逃げずに攻め込む。ピンチでは誰も思いつかない判断でアウトを取る。数字だけではありません。一球一球の中身そのものが一流の証なのです。リハビリのない万全のオフ。進化したスプリット、96から100マイルの速球、先発登板して先頭打者本塁打を放ち6回ノーヒットに抑える好投、さらに防御率は驚異の0点台、懐疑論を結果でねじ伏せる。これが2026年の大谷選手の現在地です。しかしここで一つの疑問が浮かびます。二刀流の片手までこれほどの数字が出せるものなのか。実はその問いに球界のレジェンドが明確な答えを出していました。殿堂入りを果たしたある名投手です。ではご覧ください。
Could we see Shohei Ohtani win a Cy Young Award this year?
Well, based on the, I don't want to say watered down statistics of innings pitched, the answer is yes. You know, because he's spread out and they're going to take their time with him, and because he does obviously superstar hitter too. You know, you typically would think that it would take about 180 innings, but 160 innings, I think, if I'm mistaken, is one of Cy Young. So the answer is yes, but I've always felt that. Like, I felt like we've talked about it, and, whatever people think, I don't care because I'm right, is that the fact is that he's showing what he can do now on the mound. He's always showed what he could do at the plate. but he didn't hit in this last game. So he was totally focused on pitching, which is a unique thing, by the way, because he doesn't do that very often. Yeah. And I'm just telling you that his arm is so good and his ability to manipulate the baseball is so gifted that I would not be shocked if his ERA is well below his batting average. And that's not saying his batting average is going to be like 320. So let's just say his batting average is 260. I think his ERA is going to be lower than his batting average, which would be one of the most incredible things that you can think of.
I think he wants it. And that's an interesting conversation because everybody that does what they do, like Paul Skeens wants it, Tarek Skubal wants it. But Shohei, seemingly when he sets his mind to something, for example, the year he was out with his first year with the Dodgers, he wasn't pitching. He wanted to do something different. So he went 50-50. He started the 50-50 club. He's back on the mound now. And he's always talked about pitching and he views himself as a pitcher. I think he wants to win a Cy Young Award. And I think he knows that innings conversation is going to be a thing. So one, do you agree with that? But two, I think I'm excited to see him push that extra inning per start because I think he knows he needs those innings.
I think if he's on any other team, this wouldn't be a discussion. But because the Dodgers are in such an elite position, they're going to manipulate their roster and their pitching rotation because their only eye on the prize is winning another and manufactured third world championship in a row. So I think that hurts him a little bit. But I also think they have the utmost respect for Shohei Ohtani as long as it's not going to hurt the future of the playoffs. They'll give him that opportunity. Why wouldn't you? He's franchise. He's the franchise. He's made you a ton of money, and you've paid him a lot of money that's coming later. So I think if it was on any other team that wasn't in the position the Dodgers are, he would absolutely pitch 180 to maybe 200 innings. So I think you're right on that, and I think he's going to utilize his mind, his will, and his extreme talent to put to bed once and for all that he can do whatever he wants to do.
Shohei Ohtani, give me your hot take.
Yeah, I think he's a Cy Young finalist. And my hesitancy to say Cy Young is I don't think he gets the innings. It kind of ties back into the conversation we just had. I think we could see the lowest ERA in baseball out of him this year. That's how good he is. That's how dominant he is. Now, he's not going to get the starts and the innings, I don't think, to get the Cy Young Award when you're going up against guys like a Paul Skeens in the National League. But that's, I think, I've talked to John Smoltz a lot about this. He said if he were just pitching, I think he's the best pitcher in the game of baseball. Yeah, that's how high the praise is. This isn't some two-trick pony. This is one of the best pitchers and one of the most dominant pitchers in the game of baseball, if we're just talking about that.
Ben, while this is up on the screen, look, his high point is 166. So you got to be around there if you're winning the Cy Young. Even if the Skeens blows up a few times, it might be gettable. But he's going to have to put the throttle down a bit. And along the lines of what you were just saying, they're going to, like, before the All-Star break, he sits. After the All-Star break, he sits. At some point in August, he sits. I think they'd be foolish, actually, to try to get 165 out of him. He's the golden goose. He's the best hitter in the league. You have to protect him.
But you know what, BK? I think he wants it. I think that's one thing he wants in his career. And he's mapped out his entire career. What's one thing he set his mind to and hasn't accomplished? One that he wants and has been vocal about is he wants to win a Cy Young Award. I'm never doubting that.
Do you think if he just pitched, he could be a Cy Young Award winner? Or do you think he just slightly is outside of your everybody's an ace category?
He has got, when he's on, he's got, who has better stuff? Like, legit, throws over 100, sweeper that's wicked, splitter that can't be hit, constantly improving, attacks the zone. You see him come through in big moments. Like, if you want somebody on the bump in a big moment, a competitor and somebody who's going to dig deep and show you something that you've never seen before, that's the guy that I would love to see out there. So he meets my criteria other than the innings part because, I'd like to see, more of that. But I think he's absolutely a pitcher. He's absolutely pitch for pitch as good as anybody in baseball. The question is, how much do you want him to pitch? Because his hitting is so good.
打率より 防御率の方が低い投手、ピッチングだけに専念すれば球界最高の投手になる。彼以上の持ち球を持つ選手はいない。つまり私たちが見ている投手大谷の姿はまだ全力ですらないのかもしれません。ここまで来るとサイ・ヤング賞はもう確実なように思えてきます。しかし話はそう単純ではありませんでした。ここまで投手大谷を絶賛してきたスモルツ氏、その彼が別のインタビューでは一つの大きな懸念を口にしていたのです。二刀流であるがゆえの難しさと立ちはだかるイニングの壁について。ではご覧ください。
I've pretty much watched every one of Shohei Ohtani's starts this year. He's been fantastic on the mound, but he hasn't always hit while he pitches. This past start, we did see him hit while he pitches. He led off with a home run. It definitely wasn't his best start. He definitely didn't look his sharpest. Is Dave Roberts and the Dodgers onto something this year where Shohei isn't hitting as much while he pitches? Do you think that's something that's playing into the year Shohei is having on the mound? Should we see that more?
Yeah, I've tried to explain it a long time ago to people, and they just don't understand what the heroics that he's been pulling off, right? I mean, it's impossible to do both at an elite level. It is truly impossible. But what he's doing is the next thing close to impossible. He's incredible. And it's going to have regression. We haven't seen the full complement of his season on the mound and hitting. Is he going to figure it out? Yes, but it is hard. People don't understand. I know pitchers take a lot of grief for, how hard is it to pitch once every 5 days? It's difficult because you have to concentrate just on the pitching aspect, the training component. Your eating habits are different. Your preparation is different. And imagine if you have to do that every single day and 4 out of the 5 days, it's for something different. You can't afford to go in a slump and affect both. It's one thing to not pitch well but hit well. It's one thing to not hit well but pitch great. And so he's just doing something that for the first time at an elite level with an expectation through the roof, we're getting a chance to see the normalcy. That he's normal now, right? This is kind of normal if anyone could ever understand what doing both is like.
Obviously the numbers are fantastic. Can you win a Cy Young Award in a 6-man rotation? There's a lot that comes along with that. There's a lack of innings. There's not getting the totals that other pitchers will. So we're starting to have a Cy Young conversation. The ERA is 0.73, but he's in a 6-man rotation and not getting the innings that the main guys are getting. Can you win it in a 6-man?
You can win it in a 7 and an 8-man based on the watered-down ethics of pitching. Blake Snell won his Cy Young with the bare minimum amount of innings. It became the new normal. There's a lot of people that don't like it that way, don't feel like. Here's my problem with when people try to assume if X player kept going and if he threw 240 innings, here's what his season would look like. Yeah. You can't do that. It's very easy to have a great year in the minimum innings category. It's a lot harder to have a great year when you make every start and pitch 240, 230 innings. Yep. So I think the biggest thing for Shohei is he is going to show what he's capable of doing on the mound. He always has. And now that he's healthy and now that he's determined, he's going to win, in his mind, a Cy Young and prove to everybody why he's the greatest player in the history of baseball.
To Shohei Ohtani we go. Will he win the National League?
I mean, he wants to, right? And so it's going to come down to writers. And it's a great story. And so, writers are going to vote for the Cy Young. And it would make a great story for him to be able to do it. The question is, will he accumulate enough innings? Will he be a qualified starting pitcher? I mean, you think about it, you're going to make 30 starts. You need 62 innings pitched for that. 28 starts, you're going to need 7 innings per start. I don't know that you get there with 28 starts, and I don't know he's going to get to 30.
And remember, they got a 6-man rotation.
Yeah, he's on pace for 160 to Robert's point with 6-man.
6-man rotation, but I also think the Dodgers, because they're going to be so far ahead,
or they know they're going to have a postseason again in 26. But they are so good at kind of manufacturing, Snell coming back last year when he's ready, to get, I think, Ohtani to that 155 to 162 area where it's going to make it really fascinating, like you said, to want to vote for him so he has every award on the planet.
二刀流であるがゆえの計り知れない難しさ、投げ抜いたイニングの数という無視できない壁、殿堂入り投手のスモルツ氏でさえその険しさは認めています。それでも最後にはこう言い切りました。大谷なら必ず証明してみせると。ここまでの議論には実はある大前提がありました。サイ・ヤング賞のために打撃をどこまで諦めるかという前提です。実際投手に集中するあまり打撃が犠牲になっているのではないか、そんな声が現地で上がっていた時期もありました。しかし大谷選手はその代償さえもねじ伏せてしまうのです。そしてアメリカの人気番組リッチ・アイゼンショーではこう言い切る声が上がっていました。投手を辞める必要などない、二刀流のまま頂を取るから面白いんだと。ではご覧ください。
Are you aware that somebody in the studio thinks Shohei Ohtani should not be starting a baseball game, let alone pitching in a baseball game ever again? Are you aware of that?
Is it Chris?
This was Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday, 8 days ago.
Enough with the pitching sideshow. Ohtani needs to go back to hitting only, or the Dodgers not going to make the NLCS.
So you think he's not hitting well because he's pitching?
1,000%. I don't know how you could dispute that. Guy doesn't pitch for 2 years. We see 50-50 and the greatest offensive player we've ever seen. Now we're back to pitching? What is he hitting, 240?
It's just baseball, man. It happens. It just happens.
I don't know. I went to a couple games over the weekend. Didn't hit the broadside of a barn.
I hear you. I get it.
Something's off.
I know. You got Braves mania over there.
Enough with the pitching. No one cares.
We're there to see. Untrue. No one cares.
It is true. We're there to see you hit.
Untrue.
We're there to see you hit. We're not there to see you do something cool every fifth day. We're there to see you do something awesome every day. Let's hit. I don't know how you could dispute anything I said in that clip.
Except the next game, he didn't.
Well, the next game he threw 7 shutout innings.
Yeah. So.
Great. How do you do at the plate?
Oh, let's check it out. I think Smitch even created a graphic.
How do you do at the plate? Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hit 522.
Great. And he's pitched one game. This just proves my point. This is not the own on me that you think it is.
I think we all think that it is. So.
No, I said stop pitching so you can hit, okay? He's pitched one time, and in the other games when he hit, he's hitting. I am right. You guys are insane.
Chris, you're adding to the hostile work environment, and you're messing with my chakra. I don't appreciate it.
I don't know what any of that means.
Shohei Ohtani can do whatever he wants.
But he started hitting that night, and then he pitched the next day, and he threw shutout innings. And then since then, in between starts,
anyone can win the lottery.
So tonight is him. It's him against the Padres.
Tonight is it. He's doing both, right?
I don't know if he's hitting.
He will not do both of them well if he's pitching and hitting tonight.
I hate to do this. I really hate to do this. And by hate to do this, I'm loving about what I'm up to. The reason why I hate to do it is because I know you're playing a role in Overreaction Monday, Christopher.
Sure.
And I know that when you double and triple down on it, you're kind of still playing the role, but every topic you do put out there on Overreaction Monday or Overreaction Monday on a Tuesday is born out of a germ of truth deep within your cerebral sports cortex.
Where are we going?
That you believe in what you're saying.
Okay.
Well, he tells you every day.
Let's do that. By the way, it's going to be like almost once every 5 days we replay this. Go ahead and hit it right here. Go ahead and hit it. Replaying you giving your 2 cents on whether Ohtani should keep up. Last night, in San Diego. First pitch of the game. What happens first pitch of the game? He got it.
He got it.
I mean,
gives himself a 1-0 lead that he then goes ahead and protects because he pitched 5 scoreless. And his ERA is now down to 0.73. Since Chris Brockman said this, Ohtani's hitting .448 with 2 homers, 10 runs batted in, 8 runs, 7 walks. And 12 innings pitched, 7 hits, 12 strikeouts. Not a single run given up.
Man.
And 2 wins. Since you said it.
You're welcome, Dodger fans. Okay, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I lit the beast, clearly.
Say except you're welcome.
What, did you expect him to say anything other than that? Did you expect him to say into a microphone, I was wrong?
Clearly lit the beast.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I screwed that up.
Yeah,
By the way.
Yeah, Chris, because Shohei heard you.
Baby.
By the way, 5 innings. Couldn't give me a quality start last night.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, you just, you're just keeping him fresh.
For what?
The World Series.
For the for the long haul.
The long haul. All right. Last night was good. That was impressive. Give me 2 home runs in 6 innings. How about that?
How does one take a pitcher who's a stopper, an ace, a Cy Young Award candidate out of your rotation just because you want to see him hit?
Ask the man who said it.
Happen.
It's not going to happen. Still don't think he needs to pitch.
Oh, are you still really going to keep dying on this hill?
Yes,
really?
Rich. You know him.
I don't think they need him to be a pitcher to be the best version of themselves.
I think the last pitcher to homer in the first inning of his start was named Shohei Ohtani, who did it in the playoffs a couple of years ago. He's unbelievable. Just let him cook, man.
Right?
Let him cook. That's what you're paying him all that retirement money for.
He's not even the favorite for NL Cy Young. That's
well, I mean, was it Skeens? Was it Skeens? Or is it Mizrowski?
Chris Sanchez, Skeens, and Mizrowski.
So that means he shouldn't pitch because he's not the favorite?
No, I'm just telling you what the odds are. But
how is Ohtani not in the mix for?
Well, he's minus 475 for NL MVP. The next closest, Kyle Schwarber, 13-1.
How many would that be? 4 in a row for him? One American League.
Yes,
and then he wins it every year since he's come to the Dodgers, right? That'd be 4 straight MVP.
That'd be
5 overall, if I'm not mistaken.
He'll get there.
Oh my gosh,
Chris! I remember you were telling me that Shohei Ohtani should stop pitching.
Oh, he sure did.
How's that been working out for you?
Look, here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
We're here for you.
You have a same age child as me.
Yes.
So you've probably seen Moana a few times.
Mm-hmm.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome.
Oh boy.
You're welcome.
Sicko. I should have.
You're welcome.
known.
I clearly overreaction Monday. This is probably on a Tuesday. Is on in the Dodger clubhouse.
Okay.
Like Ohtani is, scrolling YouTube, and this is in his For You feed, and he was inspired by me saying, "Look, can't do both because one takes away from the other." Right?
Yeah.
You're a great pitcher this year. You're hitting 240. You don't pitch for 2 seasons, and you're the greatest hitter of all time. Okay. Now. Ever since if you want to roll it. Now, look, again, hold on.
We're outside of a bar.
No. What can I say? Except you're welcome.
Except you're welcome.
Since then, I don't think he's given up a hit, and he has not 1, but 2 leadoff home runs. Did he do it again last night?
Yeah.
I said 2 leadoff home runs.
Yeah, he's a freak. He is the monster that we all know and love around here.
That is the worst
in Los Angeles. And the greatest thing that baseball has ever seen. Shohei Ohtani.
投手を辞める必要などない。打ちながら投げ、投げながら打つ。その欲張りな二刀流のまま、サイ・ヤング賞の頂を狙う。打撃専念を求める声すら黙らせてしまう。サイ・ヤング賞候補であり、ストッパー級のエースであり、MVP の圧倒的本命でもある。そんな選手がこれまで野球の歴史にいたでしょうか。ここまでサイ・ヤング賞という一点をめぐってあらゆる角度から大谷選手を見てきました。しかし最後に登場するこの男はその議論そのものを軽々と飛び越えてしまいます。メジャー通算251勝サイ・ヤング賞経験者でもあるあの伝説の左腕です。彼が大谷選手に下した評価はもはやサイ・ヤング賞という枠には収まらないものでした。ではご覧ください。
The way he can hit for power, I mean, he's out of this world. I mean, he's got to be one of the best, regular season baseball players of all time. And then for me, people got on me when I talked about Ohtani, and I saw him play 1 inning of 1 baseball game when I was still playing. And I looked at Luis Severino. I said, this is the best baseball player I've ever seen in my life. He's the biggest, he's the fastest, he's the strongest. He hits the ball the furthest. He throws the ball the hardest. Like, he is really, incredible. I mean, to have a season where you go 50-50 is really insane. And to be able to go out and throw 7 innings of no-hit or shutout baseball in the postseason and, the things that he's done, I mean, there's nobody that, I mean, they like to compare him to Babe Ruth, but there's really nobody that you can compare Ohtani to.
That's crazy. And you guys did the games in Japan. Like, what is his level of stardom in Japan right now?
I mean, we were at Shibuya Crossing. We went there one night, and there was 18 different things that he was on. It's basically Times Squares of Japan, of Tokyo. I mean, he's on bus stops. He's on, every billboard that you can name. And then we get back to the hotel, and there's like a tutorial on the hotel, and he's making pasta. Like, he's everywhere out there. But the thing about him is he shows up. He's on cue. Like, he had a home run in Tokyo Dome when we go to Japan. The first, at bat of the postseason, he goes deep. Like, he really shows up in these big moments, and it's just incredible to be able to watch him do his thing, man. I think we kind of take him for granted. But we're living in a time, I don't think there's going to be ever a player like him again. I mean, there may be guys that'll hit and pitch, but there won't be anybody that could do it at this level.
Anybody similar to Shohei Ohtani, if you recall facing somebody that was similar to Ohtani?
No. I mean, I don't think there's anybody. I mean, I guess you can say Barry, but Barry can't go out and throw 7 innings shutout baseball.
Well, no, let me take away the pitch. let me take away the pitching part of it. I'm talking about facing a batter.
The best. I mean, left-handed. No, there is nobody left-handed that I feel like I faced that was that good. I mean,
even Bonds.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't face Bonds a lot. I was in the American League. I faced him one time in the All-Star game. So I didn't get a chance to face him that much. But like for me, it would have to be like a Pujols or, Manny Ramirez or, Miguel Cabrera. Those were all just the hardest guys for me to get out. And I would have to imagine Shohei's the same way. I mean, we show up to LA and, he's 4 pitches in, he hits a 100-mile-an-hour fastball on the inside part of the plate, like out. I mean, he's the way he shows up on cue. We go to Tokyo Dome. He hits a home run in Tokyo Dome in Japan. Like, the way that he can show up in a baseball game and impact a game is incredible.
But how defeating is it the first guy you face hits a home run?
No, I mean, when you're starting, and I think that was always my problem. I never felt like I was out of it. Like, even when they were coming to get the ball, I could be giving up 7 runs in the 3rd inning. And I'm like, nah, like, I'm right there. Like, I'm couple pitches away from getting this thing right. So for me, it was always like, no, I can get this thing on track. So I never felt defeated. And I think that was always my problem.
Ohtani, is he a true unicorn in the sport?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think there would be other people that can come along and hit and pitch. I probably think there probably were some other people that could have did it, but I don't think at this guy's level. Like, he's the best baseball player I've ever seen. And I said that. I saw him play 1 inning of 1 game, and he hit a ground ball to shortstop to Didi, and he beat it out at first base. And I was like, this guy's the biggest, the fastest. He hits the ball the furthest. He throws the ball the hardest. You guys remember that guy with y'all little league when y'all was 12 years old? Whatever his name was, the best player? That's Ohtani.
At the highest level.
At the highest level.
Is it, I mean, and this is your sport, is it too early to say he is or will be the greatest of all time?
I said it the first day.
He's here.
He's the greatest baseball player to ever play.
Really?
And yes, absolutely. And I'm a huge Barry Bonds fan. I grew up out here. Barry's the GOAT. But Barry can't go out and throw 7 fucking innings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy is basically Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that to me, sets him apart. But Barry is a close second for me.
Yeah.
Growing up out here. But no, it's Ohtani for sure.
Japanese influx, are they just training different?
No, I mean, I think it's just fundamentals, right? Like if you talk about European basketball, like they do everything right. And even if you watch Team Japan at a young age, everything is fundamentally like locked in. So they come over here and it's, they do everything the right way and it makes the game easier for them. And I think now you're starting to see like power and slug from these guys, where at first it was, it was more, the Ichiros and those type of guys. But now, I mean, you got Ohtani and you got The guy that came from the White Sox, I can't think of his name, but you got real, sluggers that are coming from over there that can play this game. So it's fun to watch.
How much credit does Matsui and Ichiro deserve?
Oh, 1,000. I mean, I think if you asked Ohtani, he would say Ichiro's the
goddamn right, huh? That's who you think?
I think so. I think so. I think if you asked Ohtani, he would say Ichiro's his inspiration. I have no idea. I've never heard him say that.
He took the game by storm when Ichiro came over.
And he didn't strike out.
But he was a 330 hitter with, all the hits and stuff, but he could have easily hit 280 and hit 40 homers every year. You know what I mean? So 4,000 hits in his career. I mean, unbelievable player. So I think he kind of kicked down the door for what we saw as Japanese, hitters. He was really the first one.
クレメンスとボンズが一人に合体した存在。比較できる選手はこの世に誰もいない。サイ・ヤング賞を取れるか否かという議論すら彼の前では小さく見えてしまいます。そしてその評価をさらに後押しするように、大谷選手は今この瞬間も防御率0点台という数字でマウンドに立ち続けています。個人的に最も信じられないのは、これほどの活躍を見せながら本人はサイ・ヤング賞という個人タイトルすらほとんど見ていないように映ることです。2025年大谷選手はサイ・ヤング賞に挑み、規定投球回に届かず満票でスキーンズ選手に栄冠を譲りました。同じドジャースの山本由伸選手が3位に入る中で、大谷選手の名前は最終候補にすら残れなかった。普通ならその悔しさをバネに次こそは個人の栄誉と燃えるところです。しかし登板日にバットを置くのも無理にイニングを稼ごうとしないのも、全てはチームの勝利が最優先という一点から来ているように見えます。賞はあくまで結果としてついてくるもの。本人が見ているのはワールドシリーズの先にあるもう一つの頂点なのではないでしょうか。だからこそ皮肉なことに、そのチームファーストの姿勢こそが彼を誰よりもサイ・ヤング賞にふさわしい投手にしているのかもしれません。イニング数という壁は確かに高い。ライバルたちも決して弱くはありません。しかしこれまで彼が目標に掲げて達成できなかったことが果たしてあったでしょうか。そこで最後に皆さんにお聞きしたいことがあります。大谷翔平選手は2026年シーズンついにサイ・ヤング賞を獲得できると思いますか。それともやはりイニング数の壁に阻まれ今年も受賞には届かないと思いますか。皆さんの予想をぜひコメント欄で教えてください。最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。この動画が良かったと思っていただけましたら、ぜひ高評価とチャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。